Kutana nami Mama Physics katika mada za theory na practical. Kwenye YouTube utanipata kwa jina la Mwashamba Magulumali, ama kwenye WhatsApp namba 0712579612. Kama utahitaji notes ama somo kwa ajili yako, karibu. Okay. This is an experiment in number 3. Experiment in number 3. Tumefanya tukasema kwamba kwenye kujibu maswali yatakayofuata, basi tutafuata kipindi kijacho. Kwa hiyo tuje tujibu maswali yetu yanayojili kutoka kwenye experiment number 3. Okay. This was the condition of the experiment was at this point. It was like this one. It was the diagram. There was a distance from the ground to the center of the bob, and a distance h from the ground to the suspension point. Tumefanya tukapata table of results. Table zetu of results tumepata hizi hapa. Hizi ndio table of results. Tukazifanyia tuliambiwa tutafute time t for 10 oscillations. After time t for 10 oscillations, then determine the periodic time t. Periodic time t, we have said that it have been taken by taking the small t dividing by the number of oscillations. For example, it is 12.41 dividing by 10, it could be 1.24. So t squared, if we can square this one, it is the column of this one. Remember the decimal places. Remember the decimal places. Okay. So the question says that tabulate your results for the values of d, t, t small, t capital, and t squared. So the values are here in the tabular form. Remember to put in the units, specific units for the respective physical quantity. After then, plot a graph of t squared against d in centimeter. So we are able to plot a graph now of t squared against d in centimeter. So let me write a graph of t squared in second squared against d in centimeter. Against d in centimeter. So the first row on your graph paper must contain the heading. After then, the word is scale. Vertical scale and the horizontal scale. Vertical scale. So vertical scale, let me see, t squared starts from 1.5 to 3.5. So the highest value here, it is 3.5. So 3.5 dividing by the number of squares which we need to use. Tumesema kwamba procedure number 1, kwanza count the squares ambazo hutazitumia katika kuchorea graph. Tumesema kwamba tuta count squares 5 hapa juu, lakini kumbuka kwamba 0 mark pia huwa haihesabiwi. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukachukua squares 6 ukazitoa katika matumizi yako. Then utabaki na squares 21. Squares 21 squares 21 hizo ndo unaweza kuzifanyia kazi. Kwa hiyo mimi hapa vertical na 21 ukichukua hapa unani 3.5. If we take 3.5 divide by 21, kwa hiyo bado utapata yale desimali yale. Kwamba cha kuzingatia tulisema kwamba tumia table ya 2, table ya kwanza, table ya 2, table ya 5, table ya 10. Kwa hiyo kuna formula nyingine inasema kwamba kama kwa sababu hapa tuna graph yetu ina y intercept positive, lakini ina slope negative. Kwa hiyo tunaweza tukatumia formula hii kwenye kutafuta vertical scale, kwamba ukatumia maximum value divide by the number but by n, sorry. So n, what is n? N is equal to a half the number of squares, or 1/3 number of squares, or 1/4 number of squares. Kwa hiyo utajaribu yote itakayokubali katika hapo. Mimi nikichukua kwamba maximum value yangu is 3.5. So 3.5, if I can divide by 1/3 times maybe 21 squares, here it could be 3.5 dividing by 7. So here I have 0.5. So 0.5, it could be my scale. So 0.5 ukizidisha mara mbili maana ni moja, bado itakubali katika table. Kwa hiyo itakubali katika ile nani, kwamba itakuletea scale nzuri. So then vertical scale here, 1 centimeter represent 0.5 second square, ama unaweza ukasema 1 second squared. Okay, again horizontal. For the case of horizontal scale, I have the maximum number which is equal to 100. So just tafuta tu namba inayogawanyika, either table ya pili, table ya 10, table ya 5 ama table ya kwanza. Kwa hiyo mimi hapa naona kwamba table ya 10 itakwenda vizuri kabisa. So then 1 centimeter represent 10 centimeters. So for the case of the horizontal scale, here I was using maximum value dividing by any small. Any small is the number of squares, where any is the number of squares. Number of squares to be used. So then I have the scale, it is already here. So now let me draw a graph. Okay, these are the axes, the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. So vertical axis, here it is. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here I have, it is from here to here it is 10. So this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Remember to label the axis. This is the t squared in second square. Here it is d in centimeter. So then let me transfer the data. Transfer the data from the table of results. 100 corresponds with the 1.5. This is the 100 corresponds with the 1.5. 1.5 is here. Hmm. 2.1 corresponds with the 90. 2.1, this is 90. So 2.1, this is 2. 2.1. Remember that this is the 0.05. Every millimeter contains of 0.05. So this is the 2.1. After then, 2.3 corresponds with the 80. 80, 2.3. This is the 80. 2.3. This is 1, 2, 3. Again, 2.8, 70. 70, 2.8. 2.8. This is 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. This is 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 here. After then, 60 to 3.2. 60 to 3.2. 60, 3.2. 3, 1, 2. Again, 50 to 3.5. 15 to 3.5. This is 15. 3.5. 3.5. 3.5 is here. Okay. So these are the data from the table of results. Okay. After then, draw a best fit line. Draw a best fit line. Best fit line is the line which contains almost all the points. Almost all the points. It could be a best fit line. Okay. Okay. You see, it is very smart. Okay, so my graph looks like this one. It cuts at the x-axis at this point, and it cuts at the vertical axis at this point. So then, after then, indicate the slope. Indicate the slope. Do not use the points which have been used for drawing a graph to indicate a slope. And the slope is indicated by using a dotted line. Remember to indicate the right angle here at the meeting point of the horizontal and the vertical axis. Here it is a change in t squared. Here it is a change in D. So graph yetu imekwisha. Kwa kinachofuata hapa ni kwenda kutafuta slope ama na kujibu maswali mengine yatakayojalia. Kwa hiyo karibu kwenye mwendelezo ujao. Usikose kuangalia, usikose kusubscribe, lakini pia usikose kuweka alama ya dole gumba kama umeipenda hii video. Asante.